Thanks for joining us here on Ravens Rundown. Tyler Jones here as we are talking about the latest happenings with your Baltimore Ravens in NFL free agency. A couple of moves within the last 24 hours. We'll catch you up to speed, as well as all the other signings the Baltimore Ravens have made about a week and a half into free agency at this point. We'll break it down coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, a reminder, we are your Ravens offseason headquarters here on a Ravens Rundown, as we've been breaking down every single move as it happens in real time, and we'll keep you up to date with everything you need to know, from free agency to trades, the draft. We got it all covered here on the channel, and we're close to reaching our next milestone of 16,000 subscribers, but we need your help to get there. Just a little less than 150 away from that next marker. For the latest happenings on your favorite team all offseason long, lock us in. Subscribe now today, right here on Ravens Rundown. Let's start with the breakdown of what Baltimore has done piece by piece. They began free agency with locking in Justin Madubuike. If you recall, it started with the franchise tag. Then a couple days later, DaCosta and Madubuike's team were able to get a long-term deal done, paying him 4 years, $98 million, and it was record-setting at the time. But since then, with the other moves of guys like Chris Jones and Christian Wilkins getting paid, it looks like a pretty good deal for the Ravens based on how the market ended up going to lock in Madubuike for the price they did. Blake Harrison also back on a one-year, $2.74 million deal. The marquee signing of what the Ravens did so far was Derrick Henry with a 2-year, $16 million deal, $9 million guaranteed. Henry probably could have gotten more money elsewhere with how much running backs ended up getting paid this cycle, comparably speaking to what we saw the last couple of seasons. But Henry has made it known a priority for him was competing for a championship, and he'll certainly get that opportunity in Baltimore. Brent Urban is back on a one-year, $1.38 million deal. And here's the others. This is where we saw some movement yesterday. Josh Johnson with a one-year, $1.3 million deal. He'll get the chance to compete for the backup quarterback role. Tyler Huntley is gone now. Obviously, Blake Cunningham is still there. We'll see what that means for Josh Johnson. Darius Washington also back. And then the latest moves. Arthur Maulet on a 2-year deal returns at the cornerback position. We'll have a full breakdown, tell you more about the return of Arthur Maulet coming up in just a bit. But let's start with Chris Board, who should be a very familiar name to Baltimore Ravens fans, as it wasn't too long ago that Chris Board was in Baltimore. Now he makes his return to this team. And although this is not the flashy signing of sorts, it does come with some value, as Board has been known to be a veteran special teams ace, one of the better special team players in the National Football League, and quite the story for him. A guy that was undrafted back in 2018 out of North Dakota State. Since he left Baltimore, went to Detroit for a bit, went to New England, and now you add him to this group. And as we've kind of talked about on this program over the last couple of months, the Ravens special teams unit could use some help. And you add in a guy like Chris Board, to me it makes total sense to kind of to tidy up things, if you will, on that special teams unit. Maybe not the most exciting signing in the world, but a nice addition for what the Ravens are looking for on that side of the ball, on the special teams side. So also a depth piece as well at the linebacker position. What do you guys think of what the Baltimore Ravens have done so far in NFL free agency? I know that it's been kind of quiet since the Derrick Henry move, but what do you guys think of what they've done? Put a grade on it, A, B, C, D, or F. Let us know in the comments section what you think. We mentioned the Derrick Henry signing, and the King has arrived, and we got new gear for the King's arrival to Baltimore, as we have his jersey on sale, both men's and women's varieties. We also have the shirtsy as well. Whatever you're looking for, go see for yourself. We have plenty of different options to choose from, and there's more on the way as well that you can go see for yourself at chatsports.com/KingHenry. And we're also offering free shipping on these products as well. So take advantage of it. Go see for yourself at chatsports.com/KingHenry. The link is in the comments, and description of today's video as well, so you can go check that out for yourself and get that brand new Derrick Henry gear just in time for the 2024 NFL season. That's chatsports.com/King Henry, plus free shipping included as well. Now, Arthur Maulet re-signing on a 2-year deal. And if you recall, with Arthur Maulet, it was pretty fascinating. He was a late addition to the Baltimore Ravens roster in 2023 and really just came out of nowhere with how well he played. The Ravens had a weakness of sorts, if you want to call it, when it came to depth in the secondary. So they brought in Maulet to kind of just shore up things, and there wasn't really much expectation, if we're going to be honest with you, when it came to Arthur Maulet last season. But he was used as a slot corner and a blitzer, and he was a very effective player for the role that he was asked to do. Previously with the Steelers, the Jets, the Saints, and the Colts, and now good for Maulet after being a journeyman of sorts to lock in a multi-year contract. A huge step in the right direction for him. A great story to get this opportunity and do such a good job. You look at the numbers of what he did last season. 34 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 5 pass breakups, and you combine that with the effectiveness he had as a blitzer, as a pass rusher. I would argue that what we saw from Arthur Maulet in 2023 was the best season of his career. I enjoyed it. And think about this. When we have the question marks that are surrounding some of these position groups here, it made a lot of sense to bring Arthur Maulet back as an effective blitzer with what he'll bring to the table there. To me, I really like this move for the Baltimore Ravens to have Arthur Maulet there, to give you another body. I expect more movement, the Ravens to invest when it comes to this secondary. Might be in the draft when we get to that point, but a huge step in the right direction. Happy for Arthur Maulet, a good call by the Ravens to get this deal done and lock him in. I expect him to have a significant role on this Ravens team in 2024. Now, who's a player the Ravens should sign next? Who comes to mind that you would like to see Baltimore add to this roster in 2024, whether it's in free agency, maybe if we see a trade, whatever it may be. Give me a player that you'd like to see Baltimore make a move for in the comments section below. Thanks for joining us here on Ravens Rundown. Subscribe now for the latest happenings in your favorite team. We got you covered all offseason long. If they make any more moves, you're going to be the first to know about it right here on the channel. Subscribe now, and we'll see you next time.